ranking every single Danganronpa execution based on how much despair they bring me. Last part. So thank you guys so much for 8,000 followers. At the time of making this video, I just reached 8,700 followers. I did not expect anyone to actually like this series that much. Whenever I started it, I was expecting like maybe across all the parts to get like 100k likes in total. So yeah, thank you for that. Anyways, all right, coming in number 4 is going to be Kaede Akamatsu's execution being, and I already know I'm about to mispronounce this, but it's Dorflor Walzer, I think. Anyways, first of all, the biggest misconception I see a lot of people say about this execution is it lasts for hours. I do not think it does. Mainly because like nobody ever brings that up again. But you know, that's up for a debate. But first of all, the main thing that I think a lot of people miss, or don't notice in this execution, is the fact that Kaede will break her legs, or you're going to break your legs from that initial drop. And so during the whole execution, your legs, which are already broken, are going to also be like being pressed on, and pressure is going to be put on your broken legs. That is so painful. But I still think the next 3 gap this in terms of pain. But I just want to point that out. There's not really much else I can say about this execution. It's painful, obviously. But I really want to, yeah. Okay, number 3 is going to be Goto Gokuhara's execution being Wild West Insecticide. You're getting shot at by the monocubs with wasps while waiting for one of the other monocubs to give birth. I think that alone is enough to make anyone want to like kill themselves on the post. Like if I was there, I'm banging my head against the post trying to kill myself, because that is, I don't know how to describe how painful that is. That's just like, this is, I don't have any words, mainly because you also see the monocub pregnant and giving birth, and like the inflation shit's really weird. I literally have no words for this execution. Seriously, I have no words for this. This is just like, it speaks for itself. It is painful as fuck. Nobody has the pain tolerance of going to not scream too. I am screaming the whole time. I'm probably pissing myself within like the first wasp getting shot at me. Okay, so number 2 is going to be Kurumi Tojo's execution being Strand of Agony. This is probably the most self-explanatory execution, but I just want to like go over one thing, and that's the fact that the vine, or the thorns on the vine that's sent down, they're not deep enough to where you're going to like eventually have a numb hand after a while. They're like just small enough to where you're only ever going to feel like those painful prickles. And that would just make me feel so much more despair when I realize my hand will never go numb. And also the fact that like once you make it to the top and you just fall and die immediately, I'm pretty sure, honestly, if I was in the execution, as soon as I see the saws, I'm just giving up and I'm just jumping to my death, if I'm being honest. That's how much despair this gave me. Yeah, I know some people might say this is number 1, but I think number 1's even worse. So, okay, so number 1 is going to be Culture Melting Pot, which is Kori Kenyo Kenshin's execution. You're getting boiled alive, and the fact is it's not even like a slow or a fast boil alive. You're getting spun around, first of all, and then when you get dropped into the pot, it's starting from your legs and then slowly going up to your head or neck. And that just alone is painful as fuck. And then to add on to that, the thing is that, you know, as humans, you don't turn into a spirit after you die, or at least we haven't seen anyone ever actually do that. But I'm just going to assume instead of like turning into a spirit, you like get dragged out right when you're about to die and they pour salt over your body and let you die that way. We're just going to pretend that's how it is instead of getting turned into a spirit. That is so bad. And I do not believe there's any way that you can trump that pain. So yeah. Also, guys, thank you guys for liking the series a lot. I don't really have any last words. So why the fuck did Monodam run into there?